So when you hear the expression, God, I wonder what these streets would say if they could talk, Sarasota Street Talk is making the streets talk, and we're recording what they're saying. So that, to me, that is what Sarasota Street Talk is all about.
Sarasota Street Talk is to introduce people of the surroundings.
We're literally right now, we're downtown Sarasota, and we hear people all around us telling different stories. Those are the streets talking.
Hey, Scotty, how you doing?
Good morning, Mark. How's it going?
Hey, it's going very well.
Good.
We're looking up we're pushing noon o'clock here on Saturday here at the Farmers Market.
Yes. It's
Downtown.
another beautiful day here.
Gorgeous.
August 31st, as we're Labor Day weekend, with a lot of shenanigans going on in this town.
So many shenanigans happening this weekend.
There's a lot going on in Sarasota during Labor Day weekend.
Here in the middle, well, right here in front of Parker's Books and the Gator Club, who graciously allow us to conduct these said shenanigans here each Saturday. My name is Mark Klecka. I am a realtor with downtown, Coldwell Banker here downtown, although
yes, you are.
Dressed like the not the pincushion of Sarasota branding with my Joey D hat and Gator Club t-shirt. You couldn't tell. And to my left is
Scott Mayloff, Summit Lending Solutions, mortgage broker. And
together we are
Sarasota Street Talk.
That's
all we got.
Every time we go, man. It gets better.
I still want to get
Thank
a crowd.
you, one person.
I still need to get a crowd around here to yell that one day.
Yeah, we have to pay people, I think.
But what we do here is we're here from 10 to 1.
Yep.
We greet people out and about on the at the farmers market to come sit down and chat with us and tell us all about their story and how much they love this city.
Yep, and that's the premise usually of the show.
Yep.
Anybody can come down and just tell us. We've met some very, very interesting people. The streets could talk. What would they say?
Exactly.
And everybody here are the streets. So there's incredible stories we've got.
You
so
out
far.
there, if you ever see the chair empty across from us, please come sit down.
That's
right.
The seat empty. I mean, that seat empty is essentially us putting a sign on there saying, "Please sit, take a mic, and talk."
Exactly.
That's what that is.
And then we
I'm sorry, Scott. I didn't mean to interrupt you. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
We
That was very rude of me.
schedule some local people who are business owners, artists. All types of different artists, and commissioners and mayors,
and mayors,
and Joey D,
and
the disc jockey, our famous disc jockey.
Hold on, you gotta turn around here.
We're doing some Joey D gear today.
Joey D gear.
That's all right. No,
she's just the mayor. Don't worry.
Don't worry about barging in on the mayor or anything. It's only
Joey.
the mayor of this entire city.
So we were lucky to have 3 great guests today, and with no further ado,
we've already switched it over to our beloved mayor,
Liz. We'll let you introduce yourself
Thank you.
and chat.
Well, I think I beat the introduction of. I'm just so excited. But thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you.
Well, thank you for having me here
course,
today. I appreciate that. And I have to start out by saying something that you said in the intro. I love the fact that you are looking for people who want to talk about what they love about Sarasota. And your Facebook post, the I Love Downtown Sarasota.
Thank you.
There's a plug.
I Love Downtown Sarasota Facebook group. It's a group.
I want to see
page.
I want to see the text you sent her
join.
earlier. Can you please plug my Facebook group?
It's
a group, not a page.
It's a form of a donation. No, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we quite often hear from the kind of the vocal negative people, who just don't seem to like anything. So it's wonderful to hear from all of the people who really do love living here, and I think that's the majority of the people.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying that. So it did start off blatantly as a real estate self-promotion, and then as it went on, it just kind of morphed into just things to do, where to go, different, and people seemed to respond to that, and I enjoyed doing it, and I just ended up finding out I was learning more about it as I went. Even now, I've been here since 1980, and still learning stuff new every day about the city. So it's just fun to do.
Yes, exactly. So
I'm
going to recommend people join the Facebook group I Love Downtown Sarasota. because it's all positive. It's
Yes.
all positive. So and I look forward to the posts. I read them every day. So.
And that's kind of what we do
Scott
here.
and I
We
try
like
to
do
really
it.
get that thing positive all the time.
Mark's up and at 'em at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning. But I was just
all
reading
about
something the other day about new restaurants, some closed, like 3 or 4 closed, but then there were 3 or 4 opened, and that's what's really cool too.
Yeah.
When you see that, there's just so many new places coming in, especially downtown.
Oh, yes, especially.
Which-
It's and I think that's how a city, it just morphs all the time because things go, things come in.
Yeah.
And, we have one of the really best restaurant scenes in the area. People don't realize that. We actually probably have more vegan restaurants than
More
most
and more now we're
cities.
seeing,
yeah,
right.
we probably in the state of Florida.
And are we looking at was it 14 or so Zagat rated restaurants now? Like the higher of the ranking restaurants now we're seeing right down here downtown.
Yeah.
Like the Kojos and the
And-
Drunken
and,
Poets and
Ranked one of the top 50 bar restaurants
Oh,
in
yeah.
America.
In America.
Gator.
right
I was
here
like,
at the Gator Club.
how'd
The
they
top,
come up with that?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
top 15.
Yeah, it was top 15
That
or
was-
in the
that's
country.
That was awesome. The
It's
country.
been
Pretty
there
funny.
like over 100
Right,
years,
yeah.
and if people haven't gone in and especially gone to the second floor to see all of the historic
Right,
features
very cool.
inside that building, it's just worth going in just to see that. Even if you don't want to have a drink, you don't want to
Right.
stay, you want to see like the tin ceiling, the windows, the historic bars. It's really very cool.
Yeah, and if you can look past the ghosts because it is haunted back up there.
Yeah.
So remember the economic club that you were gracious
Yes.
enough to speak at
Yes.
that we had, and so people were talking about. Is this going to us? Is it? Oh, we did the AB.
I don't know what
Are
you're
we doing an AB?
No, but that wouldn't switch. There it
Oh, we're
is.
doing an AB split.
No. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
this is what's. so we're doing.
We're new
We're
technology.
experimenting.
I was switching to you because you were asking the question.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh,
oh,
you know, it might be easier if you hold it.
So-
Maybe if you just hold it.
yeah.
I'll just hold
that's,
it.
Yeah.
that's why we love live. We don't edit. We will not edit this interview.
Yeah, we just hope we don't hurt somebody in the process.
We will not
used,
edit this,
I'm
so
used to
be careful
doing
what you're
that,
gonna
so
say.
it's fine.
There we go. Hope we
There
don't
we
hurt
go.
somebody,
Yeah.
especially the
Yeah.
mayor of our city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we're talking with Miss Liz Alpert
was
here,
gonna say
mayor of Sarasota. So thank you so much for sitting and talking to us. And she also spoke at our economic conference. And people were talking about, it's being held on the second floor, the Gator Club.
The second floor,
and they're
the
like,
Gator Club,
Gator
yes.
Club. You're holding an economic conference. The Gator.
Yeah.
You hear so many.
That is the second Wednesday of every month.
Second Wednesday of every month.
And
But
it's
yeah,
either
no,
a Gator or Rose and Ivy.
Rose and Ivy.
We've been kind of
Yep.
swapping back and forth. But so, anyways, you were going to ask a question.
Oh, I was going
don't
to ask a
wanna
question.
interrupt you,
Okay,
yeah.
so no, it's all right. So, getting into some of the things about the city, I
Yeah.
have some questions about.
Yeah.
So, as far as, and I don't know if we had discussed this before, but like the parking down here on Main Street, is there any truth to the fact that the V's are now going to be turning into parallels, or is that something that's not really?
It's something
discussed, but not really.
it's the parallel parking becoming
Yeah, 'cause we have the V's now.
becoming parallel parking.
Becoming
yeah,
parallel. Yeah.
right. Not the
You lose
not the
spaces
pulling in.
probably, though. Right?
You do lose spaces. It's being looked at. We really don't. It's not anything that's coming anytime
'cause I heard
soon.
it
We're
somewhere.
getting input from people, but the reason for doing it is that the east side of Main Street has needed more redevelopment, I guess, and of course the new apartments
Well,
there
injection
next
will-
to the
yeah.
Hollywood 20 will help trigger that as well.
Absolutely.
But if you have the parallel parking instead of the pull-in parking, number one, it's safer. There are a lot more accidents with the parking where you just pull in because of people pulling out.
Yep.
It's and then you can make the sidewalks there wider, so they can have
Oh,
the
makes sense to think about that.
opportunity for sidewalk cafes and things like that. That it's too narrow there now.
Yeah.
So we're looking at kind of reimagining the street, and we've been getting input from the public about what they want. So it's not anything to worry about anytime soon, but it probably will be coming in the future.
A lot planned in out there on the eastern side, then on Main
Yeah,
Street now, I
it's the-
imagine,
yeah,
because
it's the-
Rafferty's is not hating life right now.
Right.
Rafferty's is loving the new complex that just went up across the street, and McCurdy's, and I'm thinking within the next couple of years, right? That's going to be something to be reckoned with on the west side.
Right.
Over there, right?
Yeah. It's mostly on the east side we're looking at, not lower Main.
Right.
Because that's pretty much set.
Right.
As we are now, but. You mentioned something else that I just wanted to mention quickly about always finding out new things about Sarasota. And this morning I went out to the Sarasota Sailing Squadron. I don't know if you've been out there.
Mm-hmm. Have, on City Island.
And welcomed about 670 or so little youth sailors for a regatta who were here from as far away as Halifax, Canada. So it's very cool. They were, they were small, so it was great to see. But they had, of course, perfect weather today for a sailing regatta. It's a little windy. It's beautiful out, and so it was great to have those kinds of events happening here as well.
And that kind of comes into what you're talking about too. Also, like in Benderson, like there's a lot more things going on. It seems like that bring in the world and bring in other like the. Benderson Park is the World Championship, right? World Championship for the rowing.
Yeah.
And the Olympic trials, and if I'm mistaken. So they come in, and then people see the area and go, "Oh my God, I love it!" And then there's a lot of those type of venues popping up, right?
Yeah, and that's what people come here and they get a taste of Sarasota, and then they want to come back,
right?
And then eventually they're buying here. And that's how we have all these people who want to come here.
Right. Yeah.
But even we had a four speaker series with Architecture Sarasota, and so we had 4 really well-known planners that came in to do this lecture series. Every single one of them loves Sarasota. They're going to come back to visit, because they just fell in love with our city.
Yeah, and what's not to fall in love with?
Right.
I mean, my God, it's amazing right now. What a fantastic! And if it were to rain, it'll rain for about 7.5 minutes, and then it'll look like Armageddon,
it'll go away.
and then it'll go away, and it'll be like, I stopped my plans for this.
3:30 to 4:30, we could pretty much expect
suntan. There's
it.
not a cloud in the sky.
That's only this time of year. It's all good.
It's the summertime. All right, so let's get to the meat. Okay, so tell us about so you're campaigning. Tell us about how things are going. Like how can one go ahead and contribute, help, and towards your campaign and all, and whatever you like to mention in regards to that.
They can go to my website, which is votelizalpert.com, and they can volunteer. Sign up to volunteer. They can donate. They can contact us about getting a yard sign, or if they have a property where they can take a large sign, we can do that. So there are all sorts of ways we can canvass.
Okay.
And
so he's got a sign up behind your head. You can't see it.
Oh,
it's your sign.
Oh, he's got the sign.
Yeah, he's got your sign.
The campaign sign. Yes.
So how long have you been a commissioner?
It'll be 9.5 years.
Okay, so you've been a big part of the growth the last 9.5 years.
A big part of the good amenities that we've had come to the city, like the Bobby Jones Golf Course and Nature Park, which has been tremendous. And in fact, in the recent flooding, because the Nature Park is a watershed, it took a lot of the water that was coming down, and it held the water, and then it drained off just like it's supposed to. So it worked just like we wanted it to help alleviate the flooding. So, we're doing good things like that. A new playground and splash pad at the Bayfront Park, which I see.
By the way, I love that. I mean, my kids love that place.
It is so nice.
I see kids and families coming there all the time now, which I didn't
part
see
of my run
before.
I
Yeah,
go by there on my run, and I'm like, this is so
It's-
fun for these
it
people and the
is-
kids. Yeah,
it's very, very cool. Our new, the bay,
the whole
of
bayfront.
course.
Yeah.
That's
And that kids park too before, like as you well know, and I know before your time, that was just accident waiting to happen. I mean, concrete steps that went down into the play area. You had kids
it
falling
was
down.
terrible.
I mean,
yeah.
like, so this is like so much more safe and.
And it's all on
the
the same level, so
same
your
level.
kids can
Yeah,
run
no.
back and forth between the two. And
Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
like the 70s with like no seatbelts in
Right.
cars
Uh,
back in
yeah,
the day.
yeah.
You know, like nobody
Now
cared.
it's very safe.
Now it's very
Bring
safe.
your kids
Mhm.
and grandkids.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I was just thinking
that's
about
all right.
the,
No, that's true.
that part too.
Absolutely. Yes.
So as I was prancing around with your sign behind you,
Oh,
did you
thank
mention how to people to contact
Yes,
as far as
yes, I
Voluntary.
did. And go
So-
to my
so
website.
So we're going to talk offline too.
Liz
So,
Alpert.com.
.com. Yes.
Okay. And when is
And I
the-
am in her district, so I am going to tell all my neighbors
Yep.
about
And
Liz's,
I've been
what she's
talking
done
the
for the
talk.
city. Yep.
So we're going to talk offline about some stuff too. So.
Okay.
Wow, that must have been a challenge regarding that flooding, though. That must have been a challenge as far as like the people talking and just we should have done this, should have not done that. As far as
As
the,
far
the,
as
the
what?
flooding, when the flooding happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
I mean the
yes.
heat because everyone knows everything, you know. So and all you had to do was this, Liz. You know, like I mean, that, I'm not obviously I'm not saying that to you.
Yes.
But like people like if they just would have, it goes a little bit deeper than that. You know, so you must have got a lot of.
We did, but in the city itself, interestingly, we did not have a lot of flooding. The only place where we had it was where Philippi Creek kind of bends in the Pinecraft area,
Right.
and the water from Philippi Creek came out of its
It's a
banks.
Yeah.
But
It's a creek.
Water.
right. But
It's
in the
rain.
rest of the city, our wastewater stormwater system worked really well, even out at St. Armand's, where the last time we had that really heavy rainfall, water
Yeah.
got into the businesses. The stormwater system was cleaned out in the interim, and there was flooding on the roads, but it went away and it didn't go in the businesses. So
Right, right.
the
And that first
downtown
time-
was fine.
Yeah, and that first time was that a blockage? The first time.
Yeah, there was some blockage
Yeah,
in
because that's
there. So
obviously explainable. Happens, fix it,
if
move on. Right.
if you have blockage, that hinders it, hinders the flow, obviously. So
Gotcha. Okay, so and when is the election again? Just so-
November 5th.
November 5th?
Yes, during same time you go vote for the president, you vote for all of the other people who are running for
Okay, well, I
re-election.
know who
so
I'm voting for.
so remember to go look down the ballot. And
And if you're in
Don't-
District 2,
don't skip
Uh-huh.
that.
Your
If you're
gal.
if you're in District 2, my name will be there. So
Yeah. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you again very,
Thank
very
you
much.
so
Is there
much.
something we
for
left
coming on.
off that you
is
want
there
to?
something you want to add?
That you want to add? That's something.
no, I'm good.
right.
Yeah, we're
Th-
just-
thank you so
Again,
much.
Miss Alpert, Liz
We-
Alpert, our mayor here in Sarasota, always gracious enough to take the time and talk to us.
We appreciate it.
November
Thank
5th.
you.
Big part of bringing great restaurants, new things,
Also
Bayfront,
the artwork,
everything.
Artwork, right? The artwork
right
down
here.
here
Yep.
by the Mark, behind Mark, the fountain and all that. You were responsible for that area back in there
Yes,
too, right?
yes. That the whole park that
park.
was created around the mermaid fountain, and that's
Right.
going to be celebrated soon because the Smithsonian's making that
I
sculpture
saw that story.
part
I saw that
of
story about
their collection. So
Very cool.
So check our website; that'll be coming up.
And this
So-
is what's great. This is why I love having you on too, because then we can obviously do our research too, and a lot of people just don't know like the things you do so much.
So what's the city website?
The city website is just cityofsarasota.gov.
Cityofsarasota.gov.
Yeah.
.gov.
Just Google,
Go on and see
Google
all the
City
things.
of Sarasota and it'll come up.
Yes.
So you get a lot
All-
of information there, and the City of Sarasota Facebook page, social media.
All
So
All the positive things that have happened under
Yes.
the leadership of Liz Alpert.
That's absolutely.
So, excellent.
thank
Well,
you so much, guys.
No, thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you again.
All
Here,
right.
I can just-
Yeah, I will. Thank you. It's always a pleasure. Sorry, I'm looking very casual today.
That's right.
Let's see. That's
All right.
yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
I always love having her on.
Always, and this she's been she makes time to do it. I think it's like
Right.
the fourth time that
Yeah,
she's been
this
on.
has
It's
been her, yeah.
I'm sure there's other things to do than come and sit in
Saturday
the
to hang
heat
out with us.
and hang
Yeah.
out with us hooligans. You know,
Okay.
for 20 minutes. But it's always happy that she does.
Hold that out
So
between us.
go. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
There we go.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Very welcome. Have a fantastic day.
So
We're gonna hang it or put this up. Did I
Yeah.
prance around? Did I prance around with that thing?
Yes,
Like
you did.
Vanna
Good
White
job.
with a sign.
Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you, man. Take care.
Yes, I'm going to take these home and give them to my neighbors.
Yep, I'm going to as well. So, very,
All
very
right.
good. Well, that was great. That was
Yes.
great. Always great to see her, both her and her husband.
Time to
So-
stretch my legs, get a juice.
We're gonna go get a juice, stretch our old legs, and yeah, we'll see you when
Three
we see you.
words.
We'll see you when we see you.
3 words.
3 words.
Make good choices.
Make good choices. All right.
Ciao.
Love you. Bye.